from Miss Rita to the rescue here today for date night. It is Cricut Date Night 3D edition, of course. And you'll notice that I am on Facebook, not YouTube. So I apologize. I had to back off from that just for today. I did talk to Melody Lade about what she uses, and I'm going to check it out. So for next week, hopefully we can get that right. So I don't know if you got a chance to see it, but this morning we did a wonderful live video on Facebook. I did it, hello, Faye. Oh, so sweet. We did a lovely live video on Facebook, on YouTube with my friends, my new friends down in downtown Peabody, also known as Peabody Square. That's what we have always called it since I was a kid, Peabody Square. But I say downtown Peabody a lot too. So we did that this morning. It was so much fun that we already made plans for next week and possibly the week after. Yeah, wasn't it? It was so interesting. Wendy is just so talented. And she just really has a lot to offer. So if you didn't get a chance to see it, it is on my YouTube channel. I'm trying to figure out happy fall. It's October. I'm trying to figure out how to sort of like get some sort of collaborative type of thing. So she's got we set her up as a YouTube channel, but she can't do lives yet because she's new to it and everything. So, but that was a lot of fun. I'm hoping that even, yes. I'm hoping that even we'll get Pascal. He's really fun too. She has a lot to offer, and she has I know. And she just I couldn't believe it. She showed me the website because I haven't. It's World Card Making Day and I'm not making cards. What? Oh my gosh. Oh, we'll have to make up for it some point. We'll have to reschedule it. Oh, I can't believe I messed that up. Sorry. So anyway, her website, if you are interested and you don't want to go and sort of curate all of the designs and the materials you need, she has a setup so that you can pick all these different things. You can have a kit sent to you. So amazing. And what a great price and everything. It was really a lot of fun. And then afterwards, we kind of chit-chatted for a while and visited with her mom and dad, or mom and stepdad, I guess. And so that was kind of fun. So today we're going to do, so if you haven't seen the video, go and see it. It is on my YouTube channel. And I did talk with Melody about no one invited you where? No one invited you to come? We're going to do that eventually. So today we're going to, even though it's World Card Making Day, yikes, I didn't know about it. We're going to do something with Lori Whitlock's 3D letters. And that's why I have her website up. So she's having a sale. It ends tonight. So if after you watch this video, you decide you want to purchase her files on her website, you can do that and get 50% off. Now, I think we looked at it. If you go to 3D and you go to 3D letters, you can see that she has two kinds of letters. She has the marquee letters. That's not the ones that we're doing. We're doing the 3D letters that are down here. And you can either buy the whole alphabet, which is like $35, but half off. Or if you just want to buy a few letters, you can just buy a couple letters, and that's half off. So it's like 75 cents a letter. I also happen to have this in my design space. So if you happen to be somebody that purchased it, I don't know if it's purchasable now, but it is an image set that if you look at image set and you type in Lori, it's Lori, you will see this is her 3D alphabet. It says Lori Whitlock 3D alphabet. Now you see I purchased this. It is not part of Access. And the difference between excuse me, the difference between doing it with Design Space and doing it with her site is the upload process, which we kind of went over yesterday, but we'll do it again. And I'm going to show you how to resize these letters, because I decided instead of, they come in at just under 5 inches, like 4.5, 5 inches, which is really nice, you know, but it was, I was thinking, you know, let's do something for Halloween. And I was trying to think what I would do. I was thinking boo, but I thought eek would be kind of fun. So, you know, EEK, eek. So I changed the size of the letters to 8 inches. So this is just a cutout. This is actually the back of the cutout for the E, and I'm going to show you how to put these together. But it's important to understand how to resize these appropriately. So no matter which place you get them from, whether you get them from Design Space or you get them from, hi Debrian, or you get them from her website, you're going to need to decide to either cut them the way that they are or resize them. And I just think that resizing is the way to go. You can make it any size you want and do whatever you like with it. I have done these, I think I told you, I've done these for the Christmas season. I did Noel, but it would look really cute in Ho Ho Ho, or maybe in the winter I've done snow. On St. Patrick's Day I did Lucky, and I'm trying to think what else I have done. I think I did swim. So these are really just fun to make. There are a few challenges here. One is the sizing, as I mentioned. The other is just putting them together to understand how they work. So I apologize. Okay. Sorry, this time of year, I don't know, it's like fall. I get a lot of allergy symptoms. My ears are plugged up and, stuff like that. So I'll take a sip of my drink. Okay, so we're going to do, I'm going to show you how to do it from Design Space, but I just kind of point out to you that you can purchase these on her website. So if you're doing it from Design Space, all you need to do is look up this image set and pick the letters that you want. So in this case, we can do, let's do for our demonstration, let's do boo, which only is 2 letters, B and O, right? We're going to duplicate that O after we resize it. Now, this is how they come in. So you can see that these colored pieces are actually going to go, you're going to cut it out in whatever color cardstock you want. I like to do it in different kinds of patterned paper, and today no different. I actually cut out the letters for fall, and I cut out Eek, EEK, and what did I use? I'll show you the paper that I used when we go to put them together, but I used some paper that I got at Joann's, and I did, as I said, resize these. So how do you do that? And what are all these things here, right? So they come in as a group, and you're going to want to ungroup them. Now, this is where it gets a little different. If you bring this in as a group from Lori, you do have to attach these lines. All these lines are score lines, but because I got these in Design Space, I'm going to be able to use my scoring stylus or my scoring wheel, because I have a maker, to do this. So, but when you are going to resize this, it's not enough to just resize one piece. You have to resize them all. So first we have to group them, ungroup them first, and then we have to put a box all around them, and then we'll go up here to align. Right here, align, and we'll hit that button, and let's do center, the last one, center. Now, what that does is it groups our entire letter all together as compactly as we can, and then we can go ahead and regroup these. So we're going back up here to regroup them. Now that we have done that, we can change the letter to any size that we want. And you'll notice up here, like, we're not going to be looking at the width. We're going to look at the height, and in this case, the height comes in at 4.9, okay, which is a reasonable sized thing. It's easy to work with that size letter, but I wanted to make a big splash and do like a Halloween thing, and I'm thinking I'll change the colors to black and then use patterned paper, different pattern paper for each of the letters. Okay. So, we're going to not unlock this. We're going to keep it locked, and then we are going to change the height. When we change the height, the width, and all of the pieces that are in that group will resize proportionately. This is a really important concept, because a lot of people, they're like, I can make it any size I want. Yes, you absolutely can make it any size you want, but you have to do it as a group if you want things to sort of measure up. You can't have, if you're, say, making a house, you can't have windows that are 2 inches when the house is 6 inches. And so that's what we are doing here. Okay. So, I'm going to change this to 8 inches, because I think that would be kind of fun. And there is that letter. So I'm going to continue to do that. And we're doing, in this case, we're doing boo. So we have actually 3 letters that we have to make, and we are going to duplicate the process. So here what we're going to do is ungroup, group these all together, then do align, center, regroup these, change these to a height of 8 inches, because we also want our letters to sit side by side. Now, I was thinking, if you wanted to do like a monogram, you could do a monogram like with mine. So my name is Rita Marie Elizabeth Cavicchio. So the C, you've seen the monogram, would be bigger, and then the R and the E would be smaller. You could do that too. I think that would look kind of fun. Also, think about you can make these and they stand up on their own, but think about for someone's rim, or even like for a temporary decoration. So if we get this done, we could do we could do this and stick it with those temporary, what do they call those, command strips. And so if I wanted to, I could take each of my letters and stick them onto, say, my window of my door or something like that. With the pumpkins, posted on Cricut Chat group. Oh, okay. All right. I'm sorry. I don't want to interrupt the conversation going on. Now, because we're doing Boo, what I would do here is I would resize it and then I would duplicate it. Now, here's my tip after having done these for several years. I would very strongly, and goes against my frugal nature, but I would very strongly suggest that you cut out one letter at a time. And you're going to hide these. Let's hide the O's. And here we're going to have our O here. And this is the B. Now, you could, if you wanted to duplicate this, which I didn't do, you could have it cut out 2 times. But to be honest, the first time you do this, I really think you just keep it simple, even though it would be great. You could probably save a little space. Okay. Like make maximum use. I am always advocating you make maximum use of your craft supplies. But in this case, I'm not, because it can be a little bit confusing. Okay. So you'll see here on the first mat, we've got our B's. Now, why is one the other way? Well, in case, we decide to cut this on a patterned paper, we need the other B so that it can face the other way, right? And then you'll see all of these strips that are here. And actually, this strip could probably fit someplace else, so we can save a little bit of paper. So we can do move object. Let's see if it's going to fit here. I'm not sure that it is, at least not going this way. And that's when you can do some things like this and move your pieces around. But even still, this is a little bit too close for comfort. So I'm going to take it from here and choose move object again. And I'm going to go over to the B and see if it works on the B. Doesn't seem like it's not going to work. Sometimes you can get it and it's pretty good. Let's see. Is that going to fit? No. Ah, man. I have to use a whole nother piece of paper just for this. And so this can sometimes happen. Don't get too depressed. I mean, if I wanted to, I can move all these other pieces around. Like I can move this one to here. You get the idea. Okay. And so you can move this over to here. And all of this just to save a little bit of paper. So if you're not as frugal as I am, that's okay too. You don't have to. Let me see if this one works. Move it over here. I think I found my solution. Wait a second. This is like playing a game. What's the game that, like, remember with the little things? But anyway, this is what we're going to do. So now you'll notice that I have these dashed lines here. Because they are coming from Design Space, these will become score lines, right? But if you're doing it from your purchased Lori Whitlock, like you bought the letters, this will actually be a cut. Okay. You'll also notice that there are these little like dots here. That's very good reason why there are dots there. And I'm going to explain to you, but actually I can't cut like this. So I'm going to have to move this, to, to the original one. So there you go. I should have just kept my good intentions away. And I don't know. I tried, but anyway. So consider if you decide to cut out these on a patterned paper, also consider the way that they're facing. So if you cut it out, sort of like sewing, if you're going to cut it out and the paper has like obvious diagonals, remember that from sewing? You have to be careful about cutting them out. I've always cut out the letters in a solid color. And then when it came to these letters, I cut them out in a patterned paper. So I never really had a problem with moving my pieces so that they are facing one way or the other, like this. These are facing all one way, but they originally started off this way, you know, like to the right, whatever. And I would actually spend time trying to figure out how to get this onto 2 pages. That's how frugal I am, folks. And so I might have, you know, like this is me. I might have found the right way to do it. Nah, I won't do it. Anyway, we're going to cut this out. And when you do cut this out, if you are using the design space letters, you will need to put in cutting it on medium cardstock. And if you have a maker, it's going to give you, which I do, it's going to give you the selection of either using the scoring wheel, or if you want to change it, you go up here to edit tools and choose scoring stylus. But you'll also note while you're here, it says down there, coming up, midnight pen. So what it's telling you is you need to start this, each of these 1, 2, 3 mats with the scoring stylus in place. Because remember, scoring first, then the pen, and then the cutting. Okay, so it always does it in that order. So what you'll end up doing is if you use the scoring stylus, you'll end up swapping out the stylus for the pen for each one of these. It's a little tedious, and you won't have that same issue with her other her other ones, like if you take them from her website. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and cut these all out, and I'm going to bring you down to my workspace, and I'm going to show you how to put these together. Okay, and these are really fun. So again, as I mentioned, I have these letters. Now I kind of like mingled them. I shouldn't do that because that always gets me confused, but I did cut them out all separately, and there's my other E and my K. So this is what you get. You get the 2 letters, one going properly and the other one going opposite. Make sure that you're using your paper, since mine has a pattern that I want all of my skeletons to be upward facing. So that's the way I'm going to put that on. Then I have all of these like pieces here. And in fact, I think there's 4 pieces. I might be missing one. So what these are going to do, first we're going to glue these together, and then we're going to put them aside. And then we're going to take these pieces and we are going to connect the letters. So you see on the black, I did use gold because I didn't think I could see the black. So what we're going to do is connect the numbers. Yeah, I was right. I'm missing one piece. Let me make sure I get it, because that would be a shame. All right, so of course, Rita. Of course, Rita. Is it this piece? I think it might be this piece. 1, 0, 0. No, that's not it. All right. Let's move to the K then. Let's do the K first, and then I'll figure it out. Okay, so there's all my K pieces. All right. Okay. So so these 2 pieces we're going to glue together. You see? This one has pumpkins. So we're going to glue those together. Give me a second there. And then we have all of these pieces. Now you note that mine has score lines, and I just have to fold them at the score lines, and there are a lot of them. So do make sure you do them all, even the ones here in the middle. I like to do them both ways. I just like a nice sharp edge, you know. So there's one piece, and you're noticing these lines, these little circles. That's where we're going to match up each of these strips. So we're going to basically create a strip that's going to work on our letters, okay? And we're creating it 3D, which means, like, think of it in terms of we're going to do the letters, and then you have to have, like, the middle part, right? Now, there is a special technique for letters that, like A or B, that have that space in between the letters. So do keep that in mind, and I can show you that with the other ones that I filled out. So, okay. So what I'm going to do is I am going to, I'm making the K, and you know what? I think I might have screwed this up too. Okay. So, so here, no, this part goes here. So there's our 2 like our 2 circles here, and then the triple one goes here. It's a little out of sight. I'm sorry. And this, to me, doesn't seem like the right piece here. So I'm going to go back to my screen, and I am going to, yes, I am going to cancel. I'm going back to the image, and I am going to choose, we're doing the K. So I'm going to make sure I have all the K pieces. All right, so here's my K piece. So I need to find the one is O, or the first O, and this is not it. So maybe it's this. Nope, that's not it. Wait a second here. There's one with 2 and O. Oh, I really messed this up, guys. Ah, I'm such a doofus. All right, so so these pieces, I am really messed up here. See, I try to do things ahead of time, you guys, and it just doesn't work. All right, I do have the bottom piece. See that? Is that right? No. Yeah, no, I have this piece right here. I have that. That's good. And then I'm looking for, is this the, this piece? 0, 0, 0. Yep. Okay. I got that one. I got this one. Now I got to find the topmost one, which is not this. Holy cannoli. What am I doing here? You guys, thankfully, you're so patient with me. Okay, so I found another piece over here, and let's see, it's got the 000. And okay, so I found this piece. So we've got these 3. Now I just need to find that top piece, which is, nope, this isn't it. Man, what is wrong with me? Okay, we need to find that top piece, right? Is this it? Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so let's do that. All right, so let me bring it back down. See, even somebody so organized, or who have done this before can get confused. So do not, as we were talking earlier today, do not get all bent out of shape if you are confused, because it happens to the best of us. All right, so now we have all 4 of these pieces, and we're going to match up. Benji and Teddy Bear were play fighting, and they just got a little too fresh with each other. So okay, so here we're going to glue. All right, Ben, you okay? we're going to glue these together at the symbol of the 1 O or a 0 or whatever you want to call it, circle. See that? And we're going to do it right on the square. And if it helps you, you can hold it like this because we really want this straight. And that's going to help our letters to stand up properly. So if you fold it against each other like this, you'll see this is correctly aligned, okay? Then we're going to find the next piece, which is this double O with the double O. And now we're cooking with gas. All right, so then we are going to put a little bit of glue here. And again, I'm going to, working flat, I'm going to just attach them until, well, at least until the glue takes a little bit of hold. And then again, I'm going to fold them kind of like this, getting a little long, but I want to make sure these are straight, okay? And then the last piece is going to go the triple circles with the triple circles, okay? All right. Now, while we're waiting for that to dry, we'll go back and we'll glue our letters. Now remember, the letters are going to appear like this and then like this, okay? So if you cut your paper with, like, if you have a textured paper, you'll see that there's an untextured side and a textured side. And that's how you can kind of tell that the letters are correct. So there's my textured side, and this is my textured side here, which is kind of weird, but if I do it like this, I can do that. You have to think these things through. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting old and I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, I try. Okay, so we're just gonna put a little bit of glue on this, just to kind of get it out of the way and wait for that other stuff to dry. So there is our K and the back of our K. All right, okay. All right, so there's our K. And so these Ks are going to be attached like this with that strip in the middle, okay? What bugs? I always try to get in on the conversation, and I probably shouldn't. Okay, what I did forget to do, but I kind of didn't, is I didn't close this up, because what I want to do now is to sort of figure out how this is going to go on my front-facing letter. Okay, so what you're going to do is we're going to sort of start figuring out where this is going to be going. So right here looks to me like this is the place, because then this has the small tab and then it's coming in, up. Nope, that's not going to work. Maybe I got all the right pieces. This is gonna go, oh yeah. All right, so we're gonna put it here. This is gonna go right here. This is gonna go down. This one goes up. This one goes over. This one goes this way, this way. You see how I'm doing? So the first part is really essential for you to get right, or else you'll be taking these apart. I've done that before too. So do not worry if you make a mistake. You're in good company. Okay, so again, we're still kind of working flat here just to get it started, and then we're going to just do this. Okay, now the back don't be concerned about the back just yet. We're going to put the back on later, but I just want to show you how this goes. So see, this tab is going to go behind here. So it has to fold like this. It's going to be part of this. It's going to come back up here. Then it's going to be the top. You see this? That's how we're going to create the letter. Okay? So once you have that first piece in place, you can go ahead, and this is why I don't glue the strip together, because I like to kind of move along with my letter. You can glue it together if you want. I just feel like I have more flexibility this way. All right, so now I'm going to do the inside of the top of the K. So I'm going to go ahead and put glue on those two tabs and try to get the glue on the entire tab. If you have to use your finger, you can do that. I don't like using my fingers too much because then I get a lot of glue, but it's kind of up to you. All right, so now we're putting this in the back. And I'm going to turn it over so you can see what I'm doing. You see that? So we're making the K. Now I want to make sure this is lined up correctly right on that edge. You see that? So now we've got this side and then here in the top, and we're just going to keep moving along the letter. While I'm doing this, I will tell you a couple of things. After our successful video this morning, we decided that we were going to do the doormat next Saturday. I think it's Saturday we decided. And then from there, we're going to do the pumpkin pour, the colored pumpkin pour, which we'll try to incorporate some sort of Cricut thing with. And so if you are interested in learning how to do one of those, and I always mispronounce it, the coir, it's C-O-I-R doormats, where it's actually kind of like a bristly brush type of a doormat, and we're going to do, I think we're going to do ones that are like dog. Like, so since a lot of us have dogs, and since I have a corgis that shed a lot, I'm going to make one that says, "Hope you like corgis." Yeah, 2 shows. And then remember, we've got another, we've got our Zoom coming up. I believe we said that it's going to be on the 8th. I'm going to get my calendar out. The 9th, right? And then, so we're going to do our Zoom call, our monthly Zoom call on the 9th, I believe we said. And we decided, I talked with Dawn yesterday, that it's going to be a Halloween show. So if you always wanted to dress in costume, but you feel like you're too much of an adult and you can't go outside with a costume on, here's your big break. So come with a costume on, and there will be prizes for the most special costume. And so that will be a whole lot of fun. That is on the 9th. Okay, so giving you, right? Is that right? I believe that's right. Dawn, is that right? She's the one who keeps track of things. So here I am working still, by the way, on this letter. And again, I'm moving it front to back. Now here is the end piece. So I'm going to glue it, but I'm also going to glue this tab. So here I go. I'm going to glue right here, and then I'm going to glue this tab right here. I'm going to tuck it in. And I'm going to, at the same time, make sure that that is on, right on that, like, at that cut. All right. So, that is our first letter. Now, the back isn't on there, so we're going to turn it around. This part's a little bit easier. We're going to, now that we have the structure correct, we're just going to turn it around and start gluing that back of the K. Sometimes it's helpful to do more than one tab at a time. So let's do just kind of like the front or the first half of the K, the longest piece. Where's my K? Okay, here's my K. So I'm going to just lay it on here and just going to press ever so gently, but just so that I get that contact, okay, onto my tab like that. Then I'm going to lift this up. And of course, we also have our the 4 product specialists, product experts of Cricut. We did that last month and it went over so well that we decided we were going to do an October version. And this time it's a challenge. This time we're going to ask our friend over at Cricut to give us some sort of a challenge. It's going to be a paper craft, and we are going to choose like have this person choose maybe the color or the certain images that we need to use, and then see what we come up with while we're on the show. It's going to be live. Oh my gosh. It's going to be so much fun. So there, look at that. I want to go up here just so you can see. This is a very big K. I almost kind of feel like it's something that like you'd see on Sesame Street, but it's really cool. So I'm going to keep going on and doing the E's, which now should be easier because they're all the same. So, and watch, see, it stands up. Now I will tell you, F's, P's, letters that are heavy at the top can be a little bit challenging, and you may need to like somehow like stick it so that it doesn't fall over, because if it's a little top heavy or you don't do it just right, it's gonna knock over. But this case pretty level, and so that's cool. And the E will be just as well. So let's do the E. So I cut out different colors for each of the letters. So here are my E's. And also I have my kitty cat E's. So we'll put those aside. We'll do this one first. This E has to go this way. And then here are all of my pieces. So I'm going to take the duplicates and sort them out. So here is the 2, that's the same. That's the same. And that's the same. And then this is the same. So I'm going to take the top pieces and put them aside for my kitty cats, okay? And then I'm going to do the same thing, which is I'm going to fold here on all of the score lines, or if you bought these from Lori. By the way, if you intend to buy these from Lori, you have to do it tonight, because her sale, well, you don't have to do it, but if you want to save some money, you should do it tonight. I hate saying have to do something. Okay, so here we are, folding, 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 at all these score lines. Remember, you get these. I love these letters so large. I think they're really fun. Okay. What do you guys think? Do you like that? All right. So we are going to then, let's do our little E's first. And I'm going to show you the paper where I'm going to show you the pad of paper that I got these from in case you want to get it. I did get it at Joann's. It was on sale. I think it's called Halloween Town, but I just have to go grab it. Let's put this on there. There's my pen. And this. This is going to look so cute. I've even thought about like stringing these up and making them like a banner, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess I'd have to think about that a little bit, how I would do that. Okay, so before we start assembling the E, let me just show you where I got this paper from. Oh no, it's called Halloween Party. This is a DCWV, or Die Cuts with a View. That's the name of that company. They started off as a die cut. You could buy little things, like you could buy a little die cut of a boy or a beach ball or something like that, and that's where they started from. And then they since transformed into a paper company. I'd have to say that was like well over 10 years ago, probably more, probably like 15. But isn't this a great double-sided, which is so much fun. But these papers are really nice. I really like them. I love this one. I debated using this one. Double-sided, and it's 36 sheets. They used to do 48 sheets, but they've, but they changed the price too. It used to be 48 sheets you'd get for $20, or you'd wait for them to go on sale at Joann's. Joann's always carried them, and half price they used to be. Now I think they're like $15, and when they go on sale half price, or almost half price, like $7.50. So you're actually spending less when you get them on sale, and there's not a lot of waste here. I think they've kind of come to the realization that most people are using cutting machines these days, and so they've taken out a lot of those extra filler type papers. Okay, so there you go. And there's my scrap because I didn't use the whole letter. Okay, so there's my E. So let's get our pieces together here. How are we doing on time? Doing pretty good. I tell you, I am tired. I am tired. I am woman. I am invincible. I am tired. This has been a very eventful week. I like eventful weeks. Tomorrow we're going over to my mom's to check on Lola. My sister's already been over there twice, and Lola's doing very well. She's very happy being the only dog, and so that's always a good thing. And I will tell you, the boys are not missing her in the least. But it's going to work out, I think. And what's nice is that, like, Mom will come over to my house at the holidays, but also on Sundays I'm going to start, now that the weather's gotten, cooler, I'm going to make food on Sunday so she can come over and take a break from her place, because I think that would be a good thing. And then at that time, Lola can visit with her brothers. So there you go. Okay, so there's our strip. I haven't closed it up, okay? So let's figure out how this is going to go. Let's use the front E. And this might be the correct but I'm not terribly sure. This is going to go this way, and this way, and this way. I think that's right. So it's going to go like this around here and go in and around that E. Yes. So, well, let's do the longest piece first. When I left from the square this morning after our show, I could not get over how many cars were headed to Salem the first week of October, and that's it. It's haunted happenings. That's what they call it. Haunted happenings. And it is a full-on celebration from the 1st, and so today's the 2nd, so from the 1st to the 31st. And then what happens is everybody leaves. Like come November 1st, you can actually go into Salem, and so I try to stay away from Salem through the holiday. It's just too much. It's just like way over the top, and it's sort of like the fair. It's like once you've gone once, it's sort of, you don't need to go every single time, although they do have a lot of attractions. The fair started this weekend too. Topsville Fairgrounds, which is the oldest continuously running fairgrounds, which is in Topsfield. Now, I've been going to that thing since I was a kid, and I remember waiting on Route 1 on the hill to get into Topsville Fairgrounds. Oh, the traffic. They've since gotten better at managing the traffic, but trying to find parking was like a horror show way back in the day, like maybe in the late 70s. Oh my God. I remember one time my dad dropped us off at the fairgrounds, and then he went back and he parked like a mile away. so that, we didn't have to walk. It was cold this time of year. So we went at night, and it was just crazy. I think he regretted it instantly, but yeah, it's the sort of thing you have to do at least once. Just to get the experience, I guess. And then there's also apple picking, which I tend to not do the apple picking anymore. Probably should. It's good exercise, I guess. But we have a lovely farm here in town called Brooksby Farm. And they have a beautiful fields, lots of great apples, lots of different kinds of apples. And when I was going to school here, that was always a field trip. We would go to the farm and pick apples for the day. I don't think they do it anymore, but it was a lot of fun, I remember. And we'd go over to the Smith barn. If you want to know more about Brooksby Farm, check it out. They have their own website, and yes, they have a Facebook page. It's a really beautiful farm that it was actually historic, and the last remaining Felton, I think it's the Felton family, the last woman, she donated like 300 acres to the city. So wonderful, because she didn't have any living relatives left, so she actually donated that to the city, and the city has always maintained that for since then. That was in the early 70s, I think, maybe late 60s, but the city has always maintained that as a property, and it makes a profit and all that stuff. That's one of the 2 farms that we have. We also have another farm. It's called Newhall Field Community Farm, and that's run by my girlfriend Jeanette, and she started that off as it's like a community farm, so it's all volunteer. They have 1 employee. Her name is Hazel, and she is the farmer. And aside from that, it's all volunteer, and all the food that they produce, and they do produce a lot of food, a lot of squash and carrots and kale, and they even do lots of herbs and stuff. That all goes to our homeless shelter. We have a beautiful homeless shelter here in Peabody. It's called the Citizens Inn, and in addition to having a food pantry, it's a very popular food pantry, we have a homeless shelter and like sort of an in-between shelter. Very, very nice properties, nonprofits properties. So this is a happening place, and as I mentioned this morning, I don't think Peabody really knows how to sort of cheerlead themselves, because it's sort of like, everyone's like, oh yeah, I know where Salem is, but they don't often know where Peabody is, and that Peabody was part of Salem at one time, and actually was part of Danvers. It was called South Danvers for a while, and then it was about 100 years ago, 105 years ago actually, it turned into Peabody. So how we doing? Are we doing okay, guys? And let's see, do we want to do any? I'm not going to do a giveaway tonight because I did one this morning, and I actually haven't already gotten my giveaways into Cricut, but we are going to be giving away a mug press this month, probably starting next week. Okay, so we'll be giving away a mug press plus some probably some infusible ink, but not mugs, because there's no mugs in stock. So here's our EK. So we need to make the other E. Yep, mug press coming up, and we'll probably do it through the raffle copter, which we've done very successfully, and that is always a good thing. No, I got these backwards. Here we go. So we're going to do our E again, like this again. It might be a little repetitive, but if you're making along with me, then you can just make along with me. Or if you're making something else, what are you doing? Or what are you guys working on? You getting ready for Halloween, Thanksgiving, or did you start your Christmas cards yet? What are you doing? I want to hear about it. I have to say, Halloween, yeah. I had somebody who was very polite, but said, basically, if you didn't talk so much, you would probably get more people on your channel, which I kind of agree with. Sometimes it's a lot to watch the whole thing, and but I said to her, we've been over and back with this, and most people come and watch the whole thing live, and they chat at the same time. And so for them, it's sort of like a social thing on, in the morning. And then we only put the video on YouTube for, people who just couldn't make it today, that sort of thing, the replay type of thing. So when I explained that to her, she said, well, if it's working for you, then I was just, and I appreciate it, because she was actually not like one of those people like, you shouldn't talk so much. It was just sort of like, why do you talk so much? And I'll be honest with you, I don't talk to anybody throughout the week, hardly at all. I mean, I work alone most of the time, and now that Owen's back to school, hardly ever spend any time with him. And so So this is my social time as well. So the rest of the day, believe me, I am not talking. I am mostly, if I do talk, it's to my dogs. It's pretty quiet around here. So there you go. All right, we're doing this. We're putting this together. And where is the O on there? Oh, there it is. I folded it the wrong way. Okay, there you go. So I'm looking forward to all these new relationships that we're building, and looking forward to, to opening your horizons as well, like so that you get to meet new people, and like maybe you hadn't met Abby or Carol. Carol is terrific. She does a lot of sewing stuff. So if you've never seen that, so she's really terrific, and she's such a lady. She just, when she talks, very ladylike. Love her. And then if you are Spanish speaking, or if you want to learn Spanish, I suppose, you can check out Abby with her sassy Ranita crafts. Oh, as far as costumes go, and I think I mentioned to you guys I wanted to do something for Dia de los Muertos, which is the Day of the Dead, a Remembrance Day, very similar to the Catholic holiday of All Saints Day. I believe that's it. There's All Souls Day, which is Halloween, and All Saints Day, which is November 1st. I have decided that I am going to make a monarch butterfly headband. And I'm going to show you how I'm going to do it. I have to sort of work on it, but I think what I'll do is I'll make some monarch butterflies, and using floral wire and headbands, sort of put them in a shape on the headband. I'd like to make them so they're sort of like floating above my head, which is just so fabulous. So I'd like to do that. Oh, hey, Frank. The cat's here. Frankie, what are you doing? Hi, buddy. It's been a busy week. Hi, Benji. Well, here comes Frank. So, see, this is so easy to do. It's a little bit hard to conceptualize it. But once you kind of get, there's Frank. Do you see him? He's a little off camera. Frank, say hi to the pokes. Hey, Frank. There's Frank. It's starting to get cold at night, which is great. But that means that Frank doesn't like to, he likes to snuggle more when it's cold, obviously. So he tends to be around a lot more when this weather is getting chillier. And then he becomes really an indoor cat. But during the summer and the spring, he just, like, if I didn't let him go out, and he's fixed and everything, but if I didn't let him go out, then he would figure out a way to get out. So I just let him go out. He just hangs around the neighborhood. Everybody knows him. Frankie. Right, Frankie? Right, Frankie? Hello. A teddy bear. Doing what? Hey, Frank. He wants a belly rub. Why? He's a good boy. Are you a good boy? Show everybody your face. Show them your face. You're pretty. Oh, so pretty. Yes, you're a pretty boy. You sure are. Did anybody see I think it was one of the most recent Dreaming Tree videos, and Pumpkin Kitty, I think it was Pumpkin Kitty, showed up on Leo's video and was purring so loudly that, you know, right into the camera. So all you could hear was purr, 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 purr. This guy doesn't purr so loudly. Yeah, hello, buddy. It's just headbutting me. We're good, kind of doing this. Almost done, though. Oh, he likes my cutie. Likes my cutie. Pumpkin is gorgeous. I used to have a pumpkin kitty, but we used to call him a marmalade kitty or an M-head kitty, because on his forehead he had an M. And like the letter M, you know, like one of those color, we call him a marmie or an M cat or an M-head cat. But he was always getting into trouble, man. His name was Tigger, and he was well named. Oh, Owen, are you around? Can you come and see what's going on with these boys?
Hey.
Want to say hi to everybody? Owen's pretty excited because we have a neighbor that lives down the street who, his name is Kiko, and he has been in the Army for how long?
I don't know.
Like 25 years or something. And he was actually recently deployed, I don't know where, Afghanistan, possibly. And so he, I guess, gets boots all the time. So he has, you know, tons of boots. And Owen is getting to oh, that's why they were barking. Amazon came by. And so Kiko, because Owen loves boots, and his feet are so big now. So Kiko saved him. Oh, thank you. Kiko saved him his latest pair of boots or something.
Actually,
I don't know.
No, what happened was he ordered the boots from when he was serving.
Uh-huh.
And when he got back.
Yeah, they were there.
He got like 4 pairs of boots. None of them fit except for 1 pair.
Why does none of them fit?
I don't know. Ask the Army, not me.
Interesting. What do we got? My headbands came. What's that? Oh, these are my black wires for my Day of the Dead.
Dias de Muertos.
Yep, Dia de los Muertos. It is a bit of a tongue twister. All right, we're almost done here. Now, there are letters that have, like, for instance, the A, or maybe a B, like, so if we had done boo, there are letters that have an inside piece. So before I let you go, I want to show you how you would achieve that, because I did cut out fall, the letters for fall, because I wanted to show you how that works. So depending on what you choose to make, you might encounter that. So let me just get this last piece together. We'll have a look at the whole thing, and then I'll show you how you would get that middle part of the A. I'm going to just put glue on the whole thing, I think, for this one. And here, in here. I might have to go back and make sure that these are all like glued all the way around, but that's okay. I'll do that in a second. So here is the back end of the E. All right. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. All right, there are 3 letters. Eek! E-E-K. Isn't that great? Eek! I love it. And I love this paper. So I think it would make a great decoration. Maybe on my table, or I have a little space above the door that's indoors. So maybe I'll put them there. Are you going to try these? Let me know. Okay. So let me just show you this real quick before I let you go. I got piggies going squeak over there. They're actually going weak. So here's the A, and you see here is just like we did. Where's the other part of the A? Whatever. Okay, we're not going to have to deal with that. But so we have this little space in between here. So as part of the space, or part of making this 3D, because we will take these and put them all around just like we did the E and the K. But when we get to here in the middle, we're going to have to do something special. So this is the piece like this, and instead of having like an edge over it, we're going to actually build the little piece just like this. You see that? So I'm going to glue right here just to kind of give it the structure of that sort of thin triangle. So I'm going to glue that here. If you want, you can get your finger in there or whatever, but this is the way it's going to go. And then instead of folding it inward, we're going to like fold them out like this and put it on here before we start putting it together. We have to do this part first, just that one side. And you're just going to have to line it up, make sure you turn it over so you know that you're getting it in there correctly. You might have to shift it around a little bit, just like that. And then when you go and start working around the A, this will be done. And then all you need to do is sort of face it out and put that top A on over like that. Okay. So that is how you handle, and same thing like with the inside of an O, except the piece is a little bit different, you know, to accommodate whatever the letter is. So I hope that you had fun tonight. We have an early night tonight, so I hope you forgive me, but I have had a very busy week. And I am just glad that I can end it with being here with you. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you again on Monday morning. Remember, Monday we're starting our all treats, no tricks, all treats, no tricks series. So what that means is we're going to be making things to either wrap or present or just store candy or any kind of treat, sweet treats, and there are tons of things to show you. I'll try to keep it diverse, but there's things like for lollipops and cake pops, for candies, for candy corn, for cupcakes, and all kinds of different things. It's going to be fun. I hope you can join me starting on Monday at 9 o'clock here on Facebook. Yeah, it's a little tough to do 2 shows in one day. It's like, the energy, yeah, and I have to go make supper myself. So thanks everybody for coming today. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend, and we'll see you again hopefully on Monday. Thanks. Thank you, Diane. You too. I'll have a great weekend. Okay? Bye. I'm instigating again. I am? I'm not. Am I? Anyway, if you want these and you're going to buy them from Lori, do it tonight, okay? Do it tonight, because she, as soon as it hits midnight, she turns off that sale, okay? All right, take care, everyone. Bye.